Could we start with roll call, please?
Regent Hemmer.
Here.
Regent Ibrahim.
Here.
Regent Cradaville. Regent Limbach.
Here.
Regent Clare.
Here.
Regent Kenny.
Here.
Regent O'Connor.
Here.
Regent Ferris.
Here.
Regent Pillen.
Here.
Regent Schaefer.
Here.
Regent Stark.
Here.
Regent Whites.
Here.
A quorum is present.
Thank you, Stacia. In your materials, you have a copy of the minutes from the last meeting on April 9th, 2021. I'd entertain a motion for approval if there aren't any
Second.
questions. No questions. Roll call vote, please.
Regent Ibrahim.
Here.
Regent Cradaville.
Oh, this is a yes or no?
This
Yes.
is a
Yes or
no question for the minutes.
Yes, and here.
Regent Limbach.
Yes.
Regent Hemmer. Yes. Regent Kenny.
Yes.
Regent O'Connor.
Yes.
Regent Ferris.
Yes.
Regent Pillen.
Yes.
Regent Schaefer.
Yes.
Regent Stark.
Yes.
Here. Yes.
Regent Clare.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you, Stacia. At each of our board meetings, we offer the opportunity for public comment. The standing rules of the board provide that any person may appear and address the Board of Regents on an item not on the agenda if the individual provides corporate secretary within 24 hours notice. In addition, anyone desiring to speak on a matters of the agenda for this meeting, regardless of notice, may do so. Pursuant to the board's standing rules, each person or persons wishing to speak will be given up to 5 minutes for their remarks. The public comment period will be limited to 30 minutes. Is there anyone here who would wish to address the board as part of today's agenda? If so, please come forward, identify yourself, complete the sign-in sheet before you leave. We'll have 5 minutes to address the board. Seeing none, I now declare the opportunity for public comment closed. Before we begin to present action items for today's agenda, I would consider a motion for closed session. Regent Clare?
I move that the Board of Regents go into closed session as authorized by Section 84-1410 of the revised statutes of Nebraska for the protection of the public interest and to prevent needless injury to the reputation of persons who have not requested a public hearing, for the purposes of holding a discussion limited to the following subject: personnel and job matters of persons who have not requested a public hearing.
Thank you, Regent Clare. Is there a second?
Second.
Barb? Thank you. Roll call, please.
Regent Cradaville.
Yes.
Regent Limbach.
Yes.
Regent Hemmer.
Yes.
Regent Ibrahim.
Yes.
Regent O'Connor.
Yes.
Regent Ferris.
Yes.
Regent Pillen. Regent Schaefer. Yes. Regent Stark.
Yes.
Regent Whites.
Yes.
Regent Clare. Yes. Regent Kenny.
Here. Yes.
Motion passes.
Let the minutes of this meeting reflect that closed session will be strictly limited to the discussion for the following subject only: personnel and job matters of persons who have not requested public hearing. We are now in closed session. As you leave the room, please take all your recording devices and personal belongings. Thank you. Charles, we're on. We have now reconvened and we're in public session. We have one item on the consent agenda today. President Carter, would you like to say a few words about today's agenda item?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Item 6A1 is the President's personnel recommendation to appoint Dr. Joanne Lee as Chancellor of the University of Nebraska at Omaha and Vice President of the University of Nebraska, effective July 1st, 2021. Before I ask for your consideration, I'd like to make a few comments about how we got to this point. This is truly an exciting day in the history of the University of Nebraska. As you know, in October, we launched a national search for UNO's next chancellor after Chancellor Gold and I mutually decided that he would step away from his UNO role in order to assume the position of Executive Vice President for the University of Nebraska system. We began our search with a clear goal in mind: find the next superstar to lead UNO into its next chapter of growth and success. Chancellor Gold, along with UNO's faculty, staff, and students, have put UNO on an impressive trajectory, and we knew we couldn't afford to miss a beat. We put together a diverse search committee capably chaired by Dr. Elliot Osler, president of the UNO Faculty Senate, and we held a series of listening sessions with the UNO stakeholders to gather feedback on what qualities we should look for in the next chancellor. Some key themes emerged. The UNO community wanted a proven leader capable of engaging successfully with the university's diverse constituencies, someone who is completely focused on students and understands UNO's metropolitan mission, someone who exhibits inclusive leadership with a record of advancing equity, access, and diversity. In Dr. Joanne Lee, we have found a leader who embodies all of these qualities. I knew right away when we met Jo that we had found someone special. It wasn't just her stellar resume and impressive list of accomplishments. In her current role as Dean of Business at Florida International University, she has achieved great success in student outcomes, community engagement, program growth, diversity and inclusion, and fundraising, just to name a few. More than that, it was immediately clear that Dr. Lee is driven by a deep and personal commitment to the power of higher education. She is a first-generation college student, as many UNO students are, who knows firsthand how college can change a person's life. She has benefited from great mentors, the same types of caring faculty and staff who now serve UNO. She recognizes the value that a university plays in growing the economic and social health of its community. And she is absolutely focused on students, attracting them to UNO, creating access for them, making them feel welcome and valued, and supporting them to the finish line. I've heard her say countless times that the needs of our students should drive everything we do. That resonated with me, and I think it has resonated with the UNO community as well. We were fortunate that Jo agreed to become our priority candidate, and over the past 30 days, as she has engaged with 600 plus UNO stakeholders throughout our public vetting period, I've only become more excited about the opportunities ahead for UNO. The vetting period ended yesterday, and I have read every piece of feedback that I've received about Dr. Lee's candidacy. I thank each and every person who has taken time to share their thoughts. I am thrilled to tell you that the feedback has been overwhelmingly positive, from faculty and staff to students to alumni to community memberships to community members. Nebraskans can't wait to see what UNO will achieve under Jo Lee's leadership. I would be remiss if I didn't highlight the historic nature of Dr. Lee's appointment. With your approval today, she will be the first woman of color in UNO history to serve as chancellor, and she will be the first Asian American to serve in an executive leadership role in the history of the University of Nebraska system. I think it speaks to the quality and the attractiveness of the UNO chancellor position that we were able to attract such a diverse and talented pool. And I can't tell you how thrilled I am that we have made it to this point. Great things are ahead for our Metropolitan University. Mr. Chairman and members of the board, it's with great pleasure that I recommend to you the appointment of Dr. Joanne Lee as the next chancellor of the University of Nebraska at Omaha.
Someone like to make that motion?
So moved.
Good.
Barb? Bob? Any discussion? Seeing none, roll call vote, please.
Regent Limbach?
Yes.
Regent Hemmer? Regent Ibrahim?
Yes.
Regent Cradaville?
Yes.
Regent Ferris?
Yes.
Regent Pillen?
Yes.
Regent Schaefer?
Yes.
Regent Stark?
Yes.
Regent Whites?
Yes.
Regent Clare?
Yes.
Regent Kenny?
Yes.
Regent O'Connor? The motion passes.
Thank you. On the behalf of the Board of Regents, we extend a warm welcome to Dr. Lee. We look forward to working with you, and we are excited for UNO's next chapter. For the student regents, this is probably be our fastest, most enjoyable meeting that you'll be part of. And at this time, seeing no further business, no objections, we stand adjourned.